2021, make some noise!
The 2021 Sagicor Sigma Run will be virtual due to the COVID-19 pandemic with a special invitational race.
We don't have 20,000 persons here, but the journey continues.
Our healthcare sector needs the support of private citizens and the private sector in order to survive. This is one of the reasons why we had to continue our journey this year.
This year, our target is $50 million.
Sagicor is a resilient company when it comes to trying to put on a program like this in the middle of COVID-19.
We still wanted to have an opportunity to be road warriors that we are for our children.
Exercise anytime, every day. But we're talking about all the lives. We're empowered and just so proud of you. And listen, the entire team that you have led it, Zaka, and of course, my dearest Honorable Danny. $500 million and counting so far. You got to put your hands together everywhere. And if you're online, put up those fire emojis and a round of applause because that is big. It means that we have done through this run touched that many lives, all the children as the objectives, the focus. We're talking about health, children, community development, and of course, we're talking about Jamaica Land We Love with that beautiful, powerful anthem. The videography just capturing a piece of who we are, and yet so beautiful. Don't you agree? So the person who's a proud moment is like a proud daddy. Coming to stage, none other, of course, than President and CEO Sagicor Group. Put your hands together for Christopher Zaka. You got so much to be proud of today as you unmask, and this is your microphone, so you're good to go.
Thank you, Jenny. And I am very proud. I do feel like a daddy, but see the real father there, Honorable Danny, Chairman of the Sagicor Foundation, Minister of Health. I hope you accept my reversal of the protocol. But I'm sure you understand why, sir, but it is a great honor, Dr. Tufton, Minister of Health and Wellness, to have you here. You have always been a big supporter of ours, and we appreciate that. Executive Director of Sagicor Foundation, Alicia White, Acting CEO, Kingston Public Hospital, Dr. Natalie Wiley, Chief Surgeon is here, sponsors, members of the media, and all the viewers joining online. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the official launch of the 2022 Sagicor Sigma Corporate Run. This year marks the 24th staging of this significant event in Jamaica. And what a journey it has been. This is my 5th year in the capacity as President and CEO of Sagicor Group. Give me a round of applause, Jamaica. And every year, every one of those 5 years, Gina, I have been filled with such tremendous pride that I am a part of such a great legacy that continues to give back to our country each and every single day. What the Sigma Run legacy has been able to achieve over the past 2 decades is not an easy feat. A road race event that has brought together hundreds of thousands of people over the years annually to raise funds for charitable causes that impact millions of lives. Our legacy is one that is infectious, the Sigma Run legacy. It is no longer just a road race. It's a symbol of hope, resilience, benevolence, and joy. And it is a way of life, a dedication to giving back. Yes, Jenny. This year we're going to, they put on the paper that we hope to raise 50 million. We are going to raise much more than 50 million. Right, sir? Right, Alicia? As we continue to give back to the health sector of our nation by procuring medical equipment for our 2022 beneficiary, the Kingston Public Hospital, and we have to stop to recognize the hard-working people at the KPH. To date, we have raised over the years over possible, and you're all a part of this rich legacy. This year, we already have the commitment of a number of corporate entities who have confirmed their support via cash donation to the cause, and for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you very much for your kind support, and I take this opportunity to appeal to and encourage other companies, big or small, to give what you can. It will all make a difference. We at Sagicor, our team members, also contribute from their personal savings, and our executive and board also contribute in a significant way, and I'm very proud of that, frankly. It's all about bringing people together, united for one common cause, and this year that cause is helping to improve the healthcare delivery, as we have said, at the KPH, by getting them urgently needed. Working tirelessly behind the scenes, pushing forward to ensure we meet our target, as well as working hard to plan the upcoming event, and to ensure, and this is very important, Minister, that they're done safely and in accordance with all health and safety protocols approved by the ministry and other authorities, while continuing to promote the spirit of camaraderie. Kudos to Alicia and the team for the amazing work they continue to do every year to make this event possible. Give them a round of applause. They were up from early this morning, I promise you. And of course, our patrons, Olympians Megan Tapper, what a cutie she is, eh? My God. And Hansel Parchment, a fantastic athlete. They're unavoidably absent today, but we know their support is with us, and so far it has been overwhelming, the work they've been doing to promote the event and to offer their names as patrons to the event. And I want to thank them for giving their time, valuable time, and energy to help us in promoting the run and getting more and more support for the Kingston Public Hospital. So as we continue to run for a cause, we ask all of you watching or listening, wherever you are, head on over to our SagicorSigmaRun.com, that's SagicorSigmaRun.com website, and make a donation, no care how small. You know, we want to get to 50 million, we will get to 50 million with the help of all of our donors. Every donation counts, so be a part of a great legacy and contribute to something that will make our health sector better and stronger. KPH is counting on you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You know what, though? Since it is your not father, we say big up to Uncle Zaka. Wanna clap him, please? We have to fix, and everybody that cares for, you know, like uncle and auntie, so your Uncle Zaka. And well said. And it's not just KPH, Uncle Zaka, that's counting on them. It's the lives within, not true? Because if it is, we do it that we won't think of a building or a location, but we'll think of the people. Could be your auntie, uncle, and it could be you. Since we're talking about top hospital of the region, the Caribbean region, as you teach trauma and get others involved in training people from the other islands as well. And we have done that. Yes, they say, Jenny, you may know, move in. All right, so what we're going to be doing, we're going to be inviting right now to stage the daddy. And of course, Honorable Danny Williams, Chairman, Sagicor Foundation. The man, if it is that they didn't move him from the company, would have given away everything. Is a kind of husband you watch, because when you reach home, you wonder what to cook. And here he comes with his kind, giving heart. It's so good to see you. Oh, no, clap him.
charity, having raised over 500 million Jamaican dollars for numerous health, educational, and child-related charities over the past 2 decades. Sigma Run holds a special place in the hearts of many Jamaicans, a calendar charity event that has brought together in one space for one cause some 27,000 participants, all running, walking, or wheeling for a greater cause. As we continue to navigate our lives during this pandemic, we are not able to gather how we usually would. However, the mission remains the same. We're raising funds for a very worthy cause. This year, more than ever, we need your help as we set out to raise $50 million for the Kingston Public Hospital. We know our healthcare sector needs our support. We hear of their needs, we see it, and some may even experience it. We all have a part to play to help to make our healthcare system better. I continue to play my part by donating to the cause, and I encourage and implore all Jamaicans to donate. As Mr. Zaka said, no amount is too small, and there are several ways to donate. You can donate via check payment, direct deposit to the Sagicor Foundation bank account, purchasing items from the Sigma Run shop, supporting the various fundraising initiatives, or signing up for the race events. Alicia, the Foundation's Executive Director, will share more details about the race event in her presentation. I urge you to head on over, as Mr. Zaka suggested, to the website at sagicorsigmarun.com and check out the various ways to support the cause. Last year, the team was able to raise over $49 million. And with the funds, we have been able to produce much needed medical equipment for the Port Antonio and Anota Bay hospitals, which were the 2021 Sigma Run beneficiaries. This year, we want to be able to purchase many life-saving pieces of equipment for the Kingston Public Hospital. No one plans for or wants to go to the hospital. But if we have to go, we want to feel confident that our healthcare professionals have the necessary resources to save our life. It could be me. It could be you. It could be your loved one. Let us make this 50 million target a reality, or even surpass it, so that we can get more equipment. I must remind you that 100% of the donations received will go directly to procuring equipment needed for the hospital. Sagicor covers all the expenses and overheads to execute the run and all associated activities. Sigma Run certainly holds a special and significant place in my heart because of its impact on such a vulnerable sector in our society. I also know the passion, dedication, and hard work that goes into the planning and execution of the event by the Sagicor team. I applaud all members of the team for what you do. you always go beyond what is required of you. Through this signature, yes, give them an applause. Through this signature Sagicor Foundation event, we continue to live true to our vision to be a great company committed to improving the lives of the people in the communities in which we operate. And 20 years from now, I hope the legacy that is the Sagicor Sigma Run will continue to be synonymous with camaraderie and charity. I must emphasize that we're looking forward to your support. Please donate to the cause and register to participate in our Sigma Run activities. With your help, we can achieve our goal. Remember, no man is an island. We need each other. Again, I remind you, head over to SagicorSigmaRun.com and start donating now. We need your help. We know we can depend on you. Thank you very much.
No man is an island.
And no man stands alone.
This is why we need your help. I am Hansa Parchment, Olympic 110-meter hurdles champion.
I am Megan Tupper, Olympic 100-meter hurdles bronze medalist.
And I am honored to be a patron of the 2022 Sagicor Sigma Corporate Run.
For almost 2 years, with the ongoing pandemic, as a nation, we've faced many challenges and have had to overcome many hurdles.
But we are a resilient people, and when we come together, we can achieve anything.
Join me
in
helping to raise $50 million for our 2022 Sigma Run beneficiary, the Kingston Public Hospital.
Register or donate to the cause
at SagicorSigmaRun.com.
Put your hands together. I'm loving it as it implores you to give. Thank you. And talking about imploring, the young lady I don't know how you did. I told my daughter I'm going to give her secrets. I said, okay, you got secrets of working hard. It's harder for men, though, because we can hide it with a wig. We can hide it with powder and foundation, whatever makes the eyes don't look so red. Now, you got to ask her, what is her secret? We're talking Executive Director, Sagicor Foundation. Alicia White has got lots of secrets because she works nonstop. Una clap her. Please make her welcome.
I'll never tell. Master of Ceremonies, Ms. Jenny Small. Hi, how are you? Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. the Honorable Christopher Tufton. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have a secret. Thank you very much for your support. President and CEO, Sagicor Group Jamaica, Christopher Zaka, and my boss, who allows us to do the madness. Chairman, Sagicor Foundation, Dr. the Honorable R. Danny Williams, the maddest of us all. Acting CEO, Kingston Public Hospital, Dr. Natalie Wiley, and I see Dr. Lindbergh Simpson here as well. Hi. But I have to tell everyone that every single year we've asked for donations. Dr. Simpson writes us a check every single year before KPH was even on the horizon as a beneficiary. Don't tell people that? Sorry. Sponsors, members of the media, thank you so much. And viewers online, one thing that COVID has taught us is that we can be together anywhere, and I love that. And ladies and gentlemen, all good morning to you. Good morning. It is a pleasure for us at the Sagicor Foundation and the entire Sagicor Group Jamaica to be here this morning to officially launch the 24th staging of the Caribbean's biggest and longest running charity road race, the Sagicor Sigma Corporate Run. You're going to clap a lot during my speech because 24 years is a long time and we are very, very proud of it. The dedicated team at Sagicor, along with volunteers, have once again committed their time, talent, skills, and energy to raising well-needed funds for this year's beneficiary, the Kingston Public Hospital. Dr. Wiley and Dr. Simpson, thank you very much for everything that you do. It is hard, and we are aware. It's not easy. Thank you. Around this time last year, the Sigma Run Committee was gearing up to host our very first Sagicor Sigma Run Invitational, which featured just under 100 participants. Divided in two groups, I chuckled because we were all crying at the start line. Where are the 25,000 people? And I can't believe we did it. Competing for the first time in a Sigma Run road race of that format. While it was a stark comparison to the Sigma Run we have become known for, hundreds of thousands of participants gathered together, or thousands of participants, I'm sorry, used to gather together on the streets of New Kingston. It represented the legacy that is Sigma Run, that despite the challenges we may face, we continue to rise to the occasion and run for a cause. That, you clap for that too. And it is the cause that keeps us going even amidst this pandemic. What we were able to achieve last year by hosting a safe run with all the necessary COVID-19 protocols in place showed us that it could be done. And that is why this year we're striving to continue the rich legacy of the Sigma Run by once again finding innovative ways and safe ways to execute. I want to thank all the relevant authorities for their support throughout this process as we came up with solutions to ensure that we can safely execute the events. Dr. Tufton sent us inspectors starting in November of last year. Site visit after site visit, meeting after meeting after meeting. Thanks. We're gonna make sure it happens properly. This year, for the first time in over two decades long event, we were asked to postpone the run from its signature February date to March, given that as a country we were grappling with a fourth wave of the COVID-19 virus, and we were very happy to oblige the Ministry of Health with their request. And even as we are still going through this pandemic, we are collectively playing our part to give back and support one of the sectors that are in most need at this time. We are pleased to announce that with the support of the relevant authorities, we will once again be hosting the Sagicor Sigma Run Invitational event on Sunday, March 20 in New Kingston using the new New Kingston double loop route. The invitational will have up to a total of 1,000 participants. I pause here to say at 1,000, the shop is closed. There will be no reopening of the portal. Please register early. Who will run in waves of up to 100 persons starting at different times. You will receive your time. Don't arrive before that. Don't arrive after that. It's very important. This will allow for more distance and space between participants. Past Sigma Run participants who have completed their run in under 45 minutes will be invited to participate in this event, or you are cordially invited to register for this event. In addition to the invitational event, we have added a new run event, which will provide an opportunity for corporate companies and other groups, running groups, to participate in our inaugural Team Bubble Run event. The Bubble Run event will be held on Saturday, March 13 in New Kingston using the original Sigma Run route. I'm so excited. This run event will accommodate up to 2,500 participants. It's first come, first served. You have to register as a team, with persons being able to run in their own bubble of up to 100 persons at a time at different intervals. Again, 100 at a time. You'll be given your time to arrive. Don't come before, don't come after. Not even KPH will want that. All participants in the invitational and the team bubble run events must provide proof of being fully vaccinated, or volunteers will also be fully vaccinated in order to participate. That is an applause moment as well. The virtual run component, which we launched in 2020, remains, and we welcome persons from across the world To share in the fun and support the cause, persons may participate by completing their 5.5K run from anywhere at any time between March 1 and 31. It was our pleasure to send a medal to Japan last year for the person who participated in the virtual run last year from Japan. Make it a fun activity with your family and friends. You'll be doing something fun and challenging. Registration for all Sigma Run categories are now open. Head on over to our website, sagicorsigmarun.com, to register. Registration closes on February 25 or before if we reach our target of 2,500 for the bubble run and 1,000 for the invitational run. If you are participating in the virtual run, you have until March 31. Register, run, send us your time, and receive your finisher's certificate. Every registration counts towards helping to raise funds for the KPH. You all should be in our board meetings when Mr. Zach and Mr. Williams say, no, but you can't go lower than 50 million. No matter, but sir, we're in a pandemic. 50 million. That's what we're after. Medical equipment for the KPH is very, very necessary. We are pleased to announce that these funds raised will be used to purchase much needed life-saving medical equipment for the surgery department, as well as medical equipment to treat cancer patients at the KPH. I love the company that I work for, and I love the fact that we pay attention. Sagicor will also be procuring a CT scan machine for the hospital, as well as undertaking, this is a multi-year project. We're not doing this by April. As well as undertaking the renovation of the hospital's bathroom facilities. We are aware of the grave challenges that our healthcare workers face daily, and we know resources are stretched thin across the health sector, and at Sagicor we have to play our part, and with your help we will raise $50 million. Do I sound convincing, sir? Yeah. I'll stop here, but in addition to the run events, there are several other ways you can help the KPH. Check out our website and see the various donation options. We are counting on you. We take check, we take cash, we take direct deposit. Walk into any Sagicor bank, tell them for KPH, please, across the country. We look forward to seeing you on the road on March 13 and 20 or online as you share your photos from your virtual run. My social team would want me to say #SigmaRun 2022.
KPH has over 15 wards, which as a specialist hospital, we provide care for emergency and elective surgical and internal medicine cases. We provide not only emergency care to patients who are injured on a daily basis, but we offer the highly advanced specialist care for people who have unusual illnesses, or even a lot of people who have common illnesses.
Because we are operating within a tight fiscal space, there are challenges related to the provision of equipment, of supplies and sundries. So when patients come to KPH, sometimes there's a wait. It's just because of the volume of patients that we see.
At Kingston Public Hospital, the buck stops with us. So where other healthcare institutions may say, I'm full, I cannot take this patient, by and large, we have to find resources to treat every single patient.
There are no fees that are charged here at the Kingston Public Hospital.
Members of the Jamaican public can access the surgical services for free. Sometimes patients who are very sick demand a lot of resources. So one of the principal challenges to us at KPH in offering this highly advanced care is being able to afford to give the patient the best of what they need.
The hospital is in dire need of surgical equipment. So this includes endoscopic equipment, surgical drills, surgical implants, anesthetic machines.
These are some of the equipment that we are trying to procure with the assistance of the Sagicor Foundation and through the Sigma Corporate Run 2022.
And so this is really why persons should donate to the Sagicor Sigma corporate run.
As a renal patient at the Kingston Public Hospital, the experience is excellent. I enjoy coming here. I look forward to coming every Monday and Thursday to get my treatment.
The service here is second to none. The nurses are very persistent. There are times when you get sick on the machine and you don't want to go any further. The nurse says, come, Miss Stewart, you have to do it. It's your lifeline and you have to do it. So it's good.
I've been getting treatment here for about 8 to 10 months now, and the experience is really good. They're trying their best to get and help everyone with their situation.
Kingston Public Hospital is in need of your donation. We encourage you to participate with KPH and the Sigma Corporate Run 2022.
There's some video should come at the end of an event. And that one is certainly one of those. I'm trying so hard to not get teary. It doesn't look good on television. Only Oprah does it well. Put your hands together as we welcome Natalie Wiley, Acting CEO, Kingston Public Hospital. And we're just so proud of the work you do. We thank you for saving so many lives with so little. And we're so happy this is an opportunity to expand that territory. Uno clap now, please.
Honorable Minister, Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, Mr. Christopher Zaka, President and CEO of the Sagicor Group, Jamaica, Honorable R. Danny Williams, Chairman of Sagicor Foundation, Mrs. Alicia White, Executive Director of the Sagicor Foundation, my colleague and friend, Chief Surgeon for the island of Jamaica, Dr. Lindbergh Simpson, sponsors, friends online, members of the press, good morning. It's an honor for me, and it is with great pleasure that I am here at the launch of the 24th year of the Sagicor Sigma corporate run. Because the Kingston Public Hospital has been chosen as a sole beneficiary for this year's events. The funds, as the presentation and the video presentation demonstrated, will go to buy well-needed equipment for the surgery department and also for the provision of care for cancer patients that we see every day at the Kingston Public Hospital. Mr. Zaka, 50 million, you know, yes. As I said, when we had a soft launch, you know, at KPH, we go hard or we go home. So we know we're going to exceed that target, but that's the target that we're aiming for. The hospital has been facing significant challenges. We have aging buildings. The last time there was any major construction was 30 years ago, when the hospitals were treating about 1/3 of the patients that we see every single day. We are stretched, we are stressed sometimes, and with COVID, the team at the Kingston Public Hospital has been even more challenged. And it's not just because of the increased numbers of patients that we have been seeing. Most of us, as I said to Mr. Zaka, if you're mildly ill, you're not admitted to the hospital. So that the patients we see with COVID are the ones who are moderately and critically ill. So we have had an increase in those numbers, and we are happy to see that we're coming out of the 4th wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. But we ourselves, as healthcare workers, we have gotten ill as well. Some of us have contracted COVID. Some of us, unfortunately, have died. And so we are facing the effects of COVID-19, not just on our personal health, but that of our family members as well. Many times we respond to patients or our clients in a manner which may seem as though we're not empathetic. And in fact, there are instances where we have may be caused, and we have caused more emotional trauma when the patients and the families that we are caring for are going through their own traumatic experience. It's a work in progress. Minister has compassionate care as one of his strategic focuses of the Ministry of Health. And certainly at the Kingston Public Hospital, we have redoubled our efforts to provide the highest quality of care by our trained staff in a more compassionate and empathetic manner. It's not easy. Our hours are long, the work is hard, so sometimes we come across tough. And I tell you, often it's a coping mechanism because we have to protect our own health, our own emotions, and our own mental health. We feel it too. We feel it when patients are ill. We feel it as well. We have had to develop thick skins just to be able to carry on. We are human beings. And, you know, sometimes there is that challenge. And as I said, we are redoubling our efforts to make sure that when we care for the persons, that we care in an empathetic, compassionate manner. The hospital is in need of great help, not just for the equipments. The bathrooms have had us in the public space, and many persons would have seen some of the articles, some of the clippings in the social media space. And so I really want to thank Sagicor for stepping up and responding to another need. I am happy that Alicia has said that this is an ongoing project. Yes, there are many bathrooms at KPH, but you know, Sagicor is leading from the front. This will allow us to provide more humane, comfortable, well-appointed facilities so that our patients and our staff can use and that they deserve. We were founded December 14, 1776. At the soft launch, it was almost our birthday, and so we were very, very excited. Our patient numbers, even though we are in emergency mode, there are some services that we cannot curtail. So certainly the surgical services we have had to continue. Cancer care must continue. So our numbers have reduced, but we have had to press on. The services, we are the final referral center for the island of Jamaica, and we're also the final referral center for the English-speaking Caribbean. And as Dr. Simpson said in the video, we can't say no. We can say not right now sometimes, but we still have to accept patients from the entire island. Christmas was good, Mr. Zaka. We got some gifts, and the staff is thankful. We also got some grocery vouchers, and those were well needed as well. So I'd like to thank on behalf of Team KPH, Sagicor, for stepping up to that as well. The funds raised, yes, will provide and purchase well-needed surgical equipment, and we will also put some of the funds towards purchasing well-needed cancer equipment. Persons may know, but if you don't, we are one of the main facilities for the provision of care to cancer patients. We have surgical oncology services, and we also provide medical oncology, which is chemotherapy, and we are one of 2 public facilities that provide radiation therapy. So the Kingston Public Hospital, yes, we are known for trauma. Unfortunately, that's what we do as well. But as the disease trends in Jamaica shift, more and more we are expanding our services to other areas. The new CT, that's the best thing that I mean, that just blew my mind, yes. We have an aging CT unit, and so another unit will allow us certainly to again thank you, Sagicor, to reduce some of the waiting time that we have for services, improve the efficiency with inpatient services. So yes, we are in need of help, and thank you, Sagicor, Sigma, the sponsors, friends out there for really stepping up. And I would like to thank, on behalf, Minister is here, but I'd like to thank on behalf of the chairman and the board of directors of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, the chairperson and the board of directors of the Hospital Management Committee, my colleagues, the patients that I serve at the Kingston Public Hospital. We want to say thank you. I have started my training. Minister is here in his sneakers, yes. We have a minister who not just talks the talk, he walks. He was telling Honorable Ardani that he now riding up to, where you riding up to, Minister Irish Town. So I started my training. I had to pause a little bit, Minister. Had to pause a little bit because of COVID, but I got some good tips from Hansel and a few little tips from Megan as well. So I will be there, we will be there. And again, thank you so much on behalf of the Kingston Public Hospital and the Jamaican people that we serve. Thank you.
I don't understand how COVID stops you from exercising though. No, you can't do that, and Jenny is a truth gauge. Minister, you don't tell her that we're fitness freaks. And if you do that, you're going to have me like, how you do that though? How does COVID stop you from exercising? That's when you should exercise to make sure the lungs are strong. And wear sneakers. Minister, you're not the only one wearing sneakers. Next year, I'm wearing sneakers if they invite me here. And every event I'm doing, I'm wearing sneakers now. Because I bet when you're done, you're going to the gym, you're going to work out, something, you're ready for that. But what a big symbol that you've worn your sneakers. And what I love is that, Minister, you're always on your page showing the next best thing, you know, your little gym that you have, like is you alone have home gym. I'm watching you, Minister. And I watch you and you're riding with your team. So you know what though? We're gonna make sure that we start posting and just say hashtag Tufton. We start doing that. But it's good that you lead by example. And talking about the leader who is coming forward, writing notes. I can't wait to hear, because I think Minister look like he's a rebuttal. Because every time I see KPH say something about the need, I see you write more on your script. I am media and a minister. We don't miss a thing. We're very fast. But I can't wait to hear what he has to add to all of this goodness, all of this that we continue to extend. And I say to Mr. Zach, I say, just one beneficiary. So I'm sure you're happy. So you get all the attention. And we'll see what Minister has to say about that. Dr. the Honorable Christopher Tufton, Minister of Health and Wellness. Sneakers and all. No clapping, please.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, Miss Jenny. And just the energy in the voice. We all know that she's fit like a fiddle, right? We don't need to ask any questions about that. Let me begin, of course, by recognizing, and I'm going to flip the script here, as my colleague and very good friend did, recognizing the Honorable R. Danny Williams, Chairman, Sagicor Foundation. On my script, it says you first, but I kind of flip it back on you, right? Deservedly so. Then, of course, Chris Zaka, President and CEO of the Sagicor Group, a good friend of mine, and I tell you, I'm very proud of him. 5 years, doing well, and continues to build in a very collaborative way with this Sagicor Sigma Run being a manifestation of that. Ms. Alicia White, Executive Director. I hope we can ease off of the conversations on the phone, right? No, that's fine. You can call anytime. The team at the ministry, or, well, not just the ministry, but KPH, Dr. Wiley, Dr. Simpson. I didn't know you were giving away so much money. I forgot to charge you for something. They let out your secret, Lindbergh. Or you were preparing for this day when all the money would come back to you, right? But I want to recognize you guys at KPH. It's a real, KPH is an institution. You're what, 240 years old? 245 years old. Anybody that age in this room? No? Or know anybody who has lived that long? They must be doing something right. to exist for that length of time. And I'm sure they would have saved millions of lives. And, you know, some people say, and this is not an advisory, you know, to go and get a trauma-related injury, that the worst form of trauma cases, no matter where you are in Kingston, head to KPH, because the doctors can mend you with their eyes closed, because they have so much experience, right? But I really want to commend them, and I want to thank the Sagicor Foundation, the Sagicor Group, for choosing an institution that I think is well-deserved for all the reasons that Dr. Wiley has mentioned. Alfred Frano Francis, my friend, and I tell you, he's my training partner also, because a couple mornings a week, I am close beside him training, and he's as fit as a fiddle too, right? And your team. Other distinguished members in the audience, members of the media, members of the ministry, other support team, thank you very much. So this year's Sigma Run is an indication that we are on the road to recovery from COVID-19. So let's give ourselves a round of applause. Because if you compare last year's run and the restrictions and requirements, right, with this year's run, then clearly we have come a long way. We have come 25-fold, from 100 to 2,500 in terms of persons who are allowed, or so I am being told, for the run on March 13th and 1,000 for the invitational. That's on March 20th. So in total, this year, we will have 3,500 participants, live and direct, on-site, on-spot, as opposed to those who are in the virtual space. And it represents a significant advancement from what was the case last year, when we really had to manage based on the risk and the exposure. It also, to my mind, says a lot about the team that have worked together to make this happen. You mentioned the many visits that you have had, but the truth is you're a good client, you're a good citizen, you're a good corporate citizen. And I think the discussions have led to this point because they have been approached in a manner that is collaborative, that recognizes the importance of the event, and that mitigates the risks against the opportunities that Sigma corporate Sagicor Run represents. So really want to say thanks to the team. Now, the big requirement, of course, is that you must be vaccinated. And thank you very much for that. Boy, I thought I would have been stoned, because I've been dodging a lot of stones in recent times when I talk about the vaccinated only bubble. But you know, it's important. I think that, well, we want to recognize it as an important part of the recovery, the Ministry of Health, that is, and we are appreciative that Sagicor, Sigma, the foundation, has recognized that the vaccination is a critical part of the recovery. You know, we approach the management of COVID in a way that treats all Jamaicans equally. And I want that to be very clear, to clear up any misunderstanding. However, it is very important for us to recognize that in managing this pandemic, there are degrees of risks that have to be assessed and an appropriate approach applied to those degrees of risks. In other words, while we are all equal, some are more vulnerable than others. Some situations are more vulnerable than others. And so in the management of the pandemic or the risk, we have to pivot, we have to adjust, even while we build to get back to recovery, to normality, if you will. And that's what the team at the ministry has been doing. Now, some may interpret that as being unfair. The truth is, there are times when some of the restrictions that we impose, we regret to impose any restriction, actually. That is the ministry, by extension, the government. The cabinet signs off on these issues, so it's not just about me, it's a collective. And there are times I know when people feel, or some persons or segments feel, that it's unfair to them. And it is true that it is difficult to always apply differentiation across the board on an individual basis. It is impossible. No country has done that. So yes, it is true that sometimes some policy positions benefit some more than others. And it has characterized the response globally from a policy perspective to this COVID pandemic. I mean, we got a lot of pushback and quarreling from segments of the society when we declared a resilience corridor, which was intended to support a very important industry, which was an attempt at balancing lives with livelihood. Some people felt that it was unfair treatment in favor of one segment over another. That principle applies in a similar sense to the position that we have taken, that at this point in the pandemic and the response to the pandemic, we have to recognize those who have taken time to get vaccinated. They pose, like anybody else, an element of risk in terms of picking up the virus, which is why we say other protocols apply. The mask wearing when you go to the location, not when you're running, but when you are congregating. But the reality is, for those who are unvaccinated, they pose a greater risk, not just to themselves if they were to pick the virus up, but to the health response, because they are by far the most likely to end up in hospital, to take up the beds, to require the ventilators, to take the time of the doctors and the nurses, and oftentimes at the expense of others who need that ventilator, that bed, or that operating theater. Dr. Wiley has made it very clear. This is not speculation anymore, I tell people that the text for COVID has been written now. We have been at it for 2 years. We know what the trends represent. This is historical data. It's not just forecasting anymore. We know who gets into the hospitals. We know who requires the most attention. And we know who are the most vulnerable to die. So when we take these decisions and we differentiate, it shouldn't be interpreted as somehow treating one group unfairly over another. It should be interpreted as a very calculated, scientific assessment of degrees of risk. We are managing risk. Now, I can't tell Mr. Zaka how to manage the financial risks of Sagicor. I'm sure that's why Chairman Williams and the team brought him on board, because they have full confidence in him. But I have a role to manage the public health risk of the greater population, of the greater good. And that's all we have been trying to do. We don't always get it right, but we're working on doing this. So this Sigma run, we believe, is worthy of support in terms of a live presence that we believe now, unlike last year, should have numbers, physical presence, that presence should come with a list of protocols, which we're all aware of. We're running in groups. I'm sure Frana will give the details of this after me. And we do believe in the true spirit of cooperation and in the true, the management, as has been the case over the years, that it will be complied with and we will have a successful run. We believe that it is worth the risk. It's worth the risk because, one, it sends a signal that we are moving back to normality, and that's our objective, that's our intention. Two, it is a cause that is a part of us, as a part of our culture. Sigma has been around for 24 years, 500 million raised, 50 million target this year. Three, it's a worthy cause that's going to help those who participate in terms of their own personal wellness, as well as those who will benefit from the funds. There's no negative, there's no downside. But what we want is that after the run, even if you were to pick up COVID as a vaccinated, only crowd, you are far less likely to end up in the hospital and far less likely to die from that infection. That's a degree of risk that we're trying to manage. So I commend you on the work that has been done to this point. I think it's a good thing. And I checked with the positivity rate over the last couple of days and the hospitalization rate over the last week. And I'm happy to say that we're seeing the tail end of the fourth wave, thanks to all who have contributed to that. We're not sure what the future holds, but so far it's looking good. And as a result, we can move in hope as we represent each other as part of the global cooperation against the pandemic. Thank you.
Over the past decade, our patrons have been a cornerstone of the Sagicor Sigma Run.
Our patrons over the many years have also played an instrumental role in garnering support for our fundraising activities.
As they play a key role in helping to galvanize support for the cause.
Big up to all our past patrons.
For the 2022 Sagicor Sigma Run, we have the support and patronage of two talented and outstanding Jamaicans. It is an absolute honor for me to announce that the 2022 Sigma Run patrons are reigning Olympic champion in the men's 110-meter hurdles, Hansel Parchment, and bronze medalist, Olympic bronze medalist in the women's 100 meters hurdles, Megan Tapper.
It is an absolute honor to be a Sagicor Sigma Run patron. I have participated in the Sigma Run a couple of years with my mother when she was in the corporate world, and it was always something I looked forward to with my best friend.
It's a pleasure to be a part of the Sagicor Sigma Run. You know, it's for a good cause. We need a lot of things, and you know, hopefully from this event we will make a lot more than the 50 mil.
Come on,
for,
yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Because we know it's necessary. We want to upgrade our hospital, and you know, so we can take on all that we need to take on. So, pleasure for being a part of the whole group. Thanks for choosing me. You know, and let's do it, as Megan said.
Hello everyone, my name is Megan Tapper, and I am delighted to be one of this year's Sagicor Sigma Run patrons, along with my friend and hurdler, Hansel Parchment. Though I'm unavoidably unable to be there with you in person today, I am sharing the excitement as we watch greatness unfold, and I am looking forward to being with you on the road February 13 and 20. I have had the pleasure of working with the Sagicor Foundation team over the last few months, and as we got out of the blocks with fundraising, it has been truly inspiring to watch such a small group of people with a common dream making big things happen. I also had the opportunity to help the team to bring some Christmas cheer to this year's beneficiary, the Kingston Public Hospital, where I saw firsthand that it is indeed a worthy cause. I salute the frontline workers at KPH who continue to give selflessly to their patients, with their already thin resources being stretched even thinner due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The $50 million fundraising target is a bold one, and I commend the Sagicor team for continuously trying to outdo themselves each year. It is with their input that Sagicor can continue to support Jamaica's development, primarily in the areas of education and healthcare. As we move into the dry phase of fundraising, let us all remember the three main ingredients for any great achievement: a goal, perseverance, and support. We already know the goal, and we know that the tested and proven Sagicor Foundation team will persevere yet again, come what may. What we need now, though, more than ever, is support. We need you, individuals, companies, sponsors, groups, to dig deep in your hearts and pockets to help make a difference. Thanks again, Sagicor, for allowing me the honor of being a patron of the longest running road race in the Caribbean, and in so doing, helping make history again for a good cause.
Wow, loving it. It was not just such a rich segment, though. Totally. From minister to the videos, and then, whoa, you're ready. I know you're ready to write a check. I know. I feel it, Lord. I feel it. I feel it going on. Where people just saying, okay, give my checkbook. Where's the pen? Let's just sign here. And it's having that impact on all of us for sure. And how wonderful the two patrons selected. Don't clap them, please. So you get two people that just put some heart and energy into it that is just properly put together as we make sure we do it for a worthy cause. I'm going to give away a prize now. I'm sure Alyssa has a prize. I'm sure Katie, they have a prize. I know Mr. Zaka has a prize. I'm just feeling that too. God always talks to me and I listen to him. So anybody can tell me. So we've been bragging about the 245 years. You bust me secret, Lord and Minister come further and just give away the question. December what though was KPH established? December, you planning to come up here, Honorable? I see you grab your stick like you're ready to come to Jenny to answer the... You don't qualify. Danny Williams. Anybody can tell me December what? And on, of course, the platform, you can go ahead and put it in the chat. If you think you know, you just may get a prize. But it's December 14. So don't forget that. When next they have a birthday. So if you're born December, don't forget that. KPH's birthday is December 14. So you could perhaps give an early Christmas gift. You could do that as well going forward into this ongoing support. Anybody can tell me how many patients are seen daily on average? You know it has to be average because that's going to fluctuate. On average, how many? Zaka, if it is that the people put over this huge group to you because they see, what did you say, Minister? They see him as the person who can make all these risk management decisions. You can't just tell me how many people they said. He gives me the hand on the shoulder like, Jenny, how me must know that? Anybody? Shout it. Let's. Who said 2,000? Raise your hands. Who said 2,000? Is it Kadia? I was just about to say you get the first platter of food if there's food served after here. That's your prize. But we turn your attention to two more videos. Please do enjoy. I'll be back with more.
Sigma Run pop-up shop has just what you need.
From workout apparel to water bottles, light-up laces, and phone armbands.
And what better way to celebrate fitness and fun than dressing in style with Sigma athletic wear and accessories.
We want to raise $50 million for the Kingston Public Hospital or 2022 beneficiary. Visit Sagicor's head office at 28 to 48 Barbados Avenue, New Kingston to play your part
and help our public health system. The Kingston Public Hospital treats over 2,000 patients every day and conducts over 90,000 surgical procedures each year. It is the largest hospital in Jamaica and the main beneficiary of the 2022 Sagicor Sigma Run. I am Hansel Parchment, and I believe that through Sagicor's Sigma Corporate Run, we can all help the Kingston Public Hospital.
Put your hands. I have a disease it named no dead ear. I cannot do the dead ear. So if you don't see me, just clap till I get here. Loving it though, absolutely. Look, I think there's some things like Broadcasting Commission strikers for. I mean, we truly get, like, if you say it again, you're going to be suspended. And I think there's something wrong here, and Broadcasting Commission is going to write you a letter if he's not the minister. Oh, you must have a shirt. What is it called? Your fancy thing is called what now? The shop, the pop-up shop, the Sigma Gears, that says Frontline. You didn't see the shirt name Frontline? That just sounds very rude. I want that shirt. I have to get that shirt. How much is that shirt? I'm paying today. Frontline, loving it big time. It's so naughty, and I love the play on that, though. The pun is powerful. We're going to be getting Frano. Frano, I'm going to behave. You always tell me, Jenny, behave. You said, I'm promising to behave. You're not clapping, Frano. The fittest Rasta man in Jamaica. No Rasta can fit like you. Every time.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, ask. I beg your pardon? Okay. Yeah, just ask my Creator to bless my utterances this morning. Sir Christopher Zaka, CEO, Sagicor. So you have brought all your passion and your love to this wonderful company. I really appreciate it. We have a history of kindness and love. Sir Danny Williams, you see, you have made yourself into love. Some of us practice love. You have become love itself. I really appreciate you. And Alicia, you know, I heard you speak of Mr. Williams the other day, but just how you said our Danny Williams was filled with such love and admiration. Dr. Natalie Wiley, you're angels, right? Dr. Lingberg, Simpson, you're angels. I saved the minister for last. So I flipped the script also. But why I saved the minister for last is that, you know, I appreciate him so much for living a life of wellness, being exemplary. Because, clap him. He has a motto in respect to prevention and living a healthy lifestyle. And as he says, I am near him on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He swims, he rides, he runs, then he comes to swimming. And he lives a healthy lifestyle. And I think that is so important because, you know, when you look at the stress on the health sector, if you can avoid going to the hospital, you have done yourselves and Jamaica a big service by not going there, right? And we cannot take the Sigma run lightly. You know, I knew a gentleman once. I still know him. He was in the hospital, totally paralyzed. Went to get blood pheresis. You can relate. The catheter is here, and they start spinning the machine and mixing the blood. And the machine goes and stop working. It was the only machine. It was the only one. And they had to abort that procedure. You know, that person was me, you know, and I realized how important it is for us to support causes like this because much equipment is used in the hospital. I want to recognize Gina, my left hand, right, for being here. Our patrons, so emotionally touching hearing our two Puma athletes speaking. And I want to recognize our sponsors, and I want to recognize the media. And I want to especially recognize the hundreds of persons who work this Sigma race every year. All the little cogs in the wheel that make it work. The hundreds of marshals on the road, the hydration station, the medical staff, the JCF, the NAA, everybody who helped to make this magic work. You know, I was looking at the Sigma hands and that logo. I don't know the concept of that logo, but I think that Sagicor has a heart. And somewhere along the line, you know, we need a heart. Yeah, right? And so my job here is to give you some details, right? We're in our 24th year. Reggae Marathon is proud to be aligned with the rich legacy of Sigma Corporate Run. This year we have moved from February to March, and when Minister was speaking about the science, I must say, when I got that call requesting the change in date, I must say the science is intact. Because we spoke to having it when we would be in, everything would have been in a trough, and it's real. So we must congratulate our medical staff because we recognize that they know what they're doing. Give them a big round of applause, right? So the virtual run will be from March 1st to March 31st. You can run anywhere, anytime. You cover the distance. You take your time, you upload your time, you will be given your certificate, and you can feel proud that you have been a part of a wonderful source of assistance to the much needy, right? The Team Bubble Run
It's on March 13th. Now we're going to have 25 100 groups running. I want to get that across clear. I don't want any media house saying that we're putting 2,500 persons on the road. It's a far cry from the 25,000, but we want to let them know we'll be starting 25 batches of 100 persons intermittently, right? And that's because of the protocol, right? So that's on March 13th. The invitational is on March 20th, and we're going to have 10 batches of 100. Now, you see like how these chairs are set out? We have decals on the ground, 6 feet apart, front and side. The person will stand there. They will wear their mask to the start. They will demask. They will run, and then when they have gotten back their breath, after they finish, they'll put on back their mask. We have a stadium which we've created. Every exit and entrance, person will be fully vetted, temperature check, sanitized, whether you're going once, twice, 3 times, anytime, right? So the concept and the protocols we have tried and tested last year, and it worked excellent. So much that a lot of other organizations have adopted our protocol that we wrote, okay? All right, as was explained, every individual, whether runner, worker, sponsor, has to be fully vaccinated. I must thank the ministry for digitizing and making things so easy, because when the concept was there originally, we weren't there. Now we're digitized. You can go in, put in your telephone number, and you see your digital card, right? So persons will submit that, and we move forward from there right now. So registration will close on the 25th of February for the team bubble run, right? Registration is now open, right? And registration for the virtual run will close on March 30th. There's no limit to who can enter the virtual run, right? The virtual run cost is $2,000, right? And for persons living outside of Jamaica, it's $20 US. Anyone in the world can enter. As I heard Alicia said, she had pleasure in sending a medal to Japan, and this year we intend to expand our international participation, right? Right. So teams for the bubble run. The bubble run is a corporate run, right? The cost is $100,000 for a team, right? There's a minimum of 10 for a team and a maximum of 50. You can pay an additional $2,000 for additional persons, right? I will cap at $2,500. So I urge people to register early. Because we won't be able to afford anything over the prescribed number, right? So take it seriously. And we want this template to be adopted, and we want, when the next application goes to the Ministry of Health, they readily have that trust. Yes?
COVID gone by then.
Well, I said in the first year that it would be finished by December. I never know, but guess what? We're going to work, and we're going to fine-tune how we live. Yes. So in the event that anything, we're prepared, okay? All right. Because guess what happened? The little children don't have any mothers, and some of them don't have any fathers, and we need to help them, right? We need to help them. And, a lot of persons don't get the opportunity to grow old. So gracefully like you, sir, a lot of persons' lives are cut down. When he's, well, I tell it, with respect, you understand what I'm trying to say, sir. To age gracefully, a lot of persons' life are cut short in their youth. We need to avoid that. So we need to help, right? So the invitational run cost is $3,500 per person. This is open to individuals, right? and eligibility, right? Yes. By invitation to Sigma participants who complete in the event under 45 minutes, and it's for a maximum of 1,000 persons, right? You can participate in the bubble rum as a part of your corporate team, and you can enter the invitational run as an individual, all right? We need the money, right? We need it. So, you know, you can do it double. You can do the virtual, the bubble, and the invitational, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to use the original Sigma route for the 2005, which is the total of the 25 times 100. I'm going to keep repeating that. 25 times 100. So we're going to start on Knoxford Boulevard, onto Trafalgar Road, onto Waterloo Road, down West Kings House Road, onto Constant Spring Road, half a Tree Square, turn up Hope Road, right on Ruthven Road, right on Winchester, Ruthven, half a Tree Road, Oxford Road. When you finish, you're going to enter by the statue. You walk up the walkway with the waterway. You pick up your goodies, your rehydration, everything, and you turn right and you exit through the gate. There will be no gathering, right? There will be no gathering, and those who are here, everybody going to be a non-gathering ambassador. If you see anybody celebrating and thing, ask them not to do it, right? We want to minimize any possibility of a spread, right? Right. We'll have the opportunity to award the winners, right? Okay. And the winners will also be, for the bubble run, will be invited to the invitational run. We're speaking about winners. When you have a staggered start, we know the winners. We'll be using our chip timing system. Each person will be assigned a chip. When you start at the mat, at the start, and when you cross the mat, at the finish, you'll have your net time. So it's not necessarily who first passed the post. Right. It's the person with the smallest time. That's how it's going to be done, right? We want a good photo up for Sagicor, so we're going to try to seed it. So we're going to put all the good runners at the front, like the minister, right? All right. And then for the invitational run, which is on March 20th, we're going to use the double loop, which we developed last year. One of our concerns, ladies and gentlemen, and you know the JCF spoke to me quite often about it, is not to inconvenience the public, you know. So we try to minimize it. So we're going to just use a double loop, so we don't have to close down so much. Week after, 2 weeks succession. So our double loop, we start at Knoxford Boulevard, and we're going to turn left on Tobago. You know where JPS is, turn left there. Then we turn left again and come down Antigua. When you're coming down Antigua, you're looking at Sagicor building, right? Then you turn right on Grenada, right on Dumfries, down Holborn, left on Dominica, left on Knoxford Boulevard by Bijou, right? Right onto Trinidad Terrace, go straight down Trinidad Terrace to Altamont Crescent, turn left, come up Pawsey, Trafford, St. Lucia left, down St. Lucia, right on Barbados, up Knoxford, and you go around again. But on the second loop, we're going to make an adjustment this year. Since we're going to have multiple starts and persons are going to be lined up for the second start, we're going to just tweak the route that you finish on Grenada. You turn left on Grenada, head into the Sagicor building and finish, so we can get moving with other set, right? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a tedious journey getting where we are today with the protocols and rewriting of the protocols and so on, and putting everybody in their comfort zone. And as I said, that I know I've had discussions with the minister. I know Alicia has had discussion with the minister. I want to thank him for making himself available at all times, right? And your staff at the ministry, they're so passionate about keeping COVID in check. I have to be very thankful. And, I won't call any name, but, we met And they're so cooperative, you know, especially with the digital card and what they will do to facilitate if we have any challenges. You know, I want just to commend them. Now, the Ministry of Health, ADPEN, Ministry of Sport, you know, Ministry of National Security, NAA, KSAC, are some of the state agencies who we have to liaise with to make this event be a reality. You know, I want to thank them. For the medical staff, especially today at the Ministry of Health, I term you as all angels. Because, you know, God uses persons to carry out his work. Having been hospitalized, I respect and treasure the work that you do. And, you know, you're special people because some of us don't have the heart to do some kind of work, certain type of things. And we'd pay to have it done. And when you immerse yourself in it, I must say, it's a God-blessed thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, the mission of the Sagicor Sigma Run is a God-blessed mission. And, you know, we have to be thankful that we're on the wake-up list this morning, and we're thankful that we can be a part of this wonderful experience. Thank you.
Frana, please rejoin me on stage. Minister, take good care. Blessings and thank you for coming. Now, we're going to be inviting, after all of that passion. Didn't I tell you that tears don't look good on stage and the camera? If you cry, it glistens and it reflects. It don't look good on camera. Man. Yeah, when you do them tear up things, you cause Jennifer come. I tell you, it's only Oprah look good. You can't have me do those things. When you come in all this passion and hold the microphone, please, so you can have your mic on that side. But we love that you have a heart in it as well as they have the heart in the hand. We're proud of you. Put your hands together for the friend who speaks from the heart every time. See, you get your hairstyle done, bubbles in your hair and such, because you're ready for camera. I like how you sort out your look, so you look good on TV, so we keep it that way. And right now, for the media that's present, if it is you have a question, we invite it now. Frana will be here to give me all the assistance based on whatever question you have. And if it is you have none, then Frana can sit down and then we get ready to wrap. So media personalities, media personnel, stations. Question 1. Question 2. You're representing media? Definitely not. So we're good, no question? None? Okay, good.
Absolutely wonderful.
So thank you. So all the questions answered every time. So thank you. You may wrap.
And thank you very much, and for being so exemplary.
Bless you, Frana. You keep it up as well. Continue to give yourself and Gina working with the heart in it every time. Now, as we get ready to wrap, I want to thank everyone for being here. Those on our platform, we never ever forget you. Alyssa says it, and she says it well, that we need to remember that this gives us the opportunity to widen our reach and to reach you wherever you are in your space, Sheffield and all. We want to thank our media for turning out, every station that's locked in, because you're going to be the message of change. You're going to be the message of saving a life. Doctor, please do not leave until we get the chance to speak, because I think it is so applaudable that you've been giving even before they start selecting KPH as the beneficiary. So that's wonderful that you have a heart in it as well. And if you care about all the lives, it could also be your life. None of us expect to be in a hospital at any given time. So be ready just in case. Life is like that. So therefore, as you get ready on this journey, we say thank you for being here to every member who turned out seated here, and for those on the platform, to Katie and the hardworking team behind the scene. Hi, Michelle Edmond. We thank you for making it a wonderful launch of the 24th year of the Sagicor Sigma. We thank you. Blessings to you. See you on the run.
The Sagicor Sigma Corporate Run is more than just fun and fitness. It is how we can come together to support the most vulnerable in our country. This year's Sigma Corporate Run will raise funds for the Kingston Public Hospital. You can help make a difference by donating to Sagicor Foundation's account 550-290-7486. I am Megan Tupper, and I want you to join me. Donate to the cause at sagicorsigmarun.com or call 888-SAGICOR for details.